It's absolutely important. If we look at a military example, for every one person who's on the front line of battle, there are a minimum of 10, 20, 30 people who never go to the front line of battle, but they are equally important to the success of that endeavor. And so the same thing is true in missionary activity. Those of us on the front line of battle would never make it without those who are there supporting.
It's extremely important because as a missionary, you pretty much feel like you're on your own. There's a lot of mission organizations that send teams, but then there's the Ma and Pa mission organization that pretty much is by themselves, unless the churches in America or in the first world come alongside them to bless them and support them and be present.
Supporters and former team members will put us up for the night, and I'll think, I'm not deserving of this. I don't want to just walk in and be entitled. But no, they're just demanding, you're not going to spend money on a hotel. We will take care of you. And that has really put wind in my sails more than I expected. And just having that kind of, no, you've got a family waiting for you when you get back. We're not blood, but you're family, and we're going to treat you like that. That has really been encouraging.
Ministry is about relationship. Being there taking care of other people and not having a team behind you, really you will not be efficient in what you're doing. So this is very important, and I have some key people God have put in my life. They are the one making the difference. I have the impression that I'm just enjoying myself. They are doing the work. So it's vital for the success of the ministry to have key people.
For me, it's been wonderful because they reach out to me. They try to stay in contact with me. And I think having that advocate, having that relationship, and knowing that there's at least someone who knows what we're doing, knows what we're going through, knows that I'm not a super saint. Sometimes I feel down, sometimes I'm feeling discouraged, sometimes I'm feeling kind of cynical even. And that's okay for them because it humanizes everybody, I think.
The relationship with our supporters, both financial and prayer supporters, is essential for us when we're on the field. We're able to share with them both our needs financially as well as prayer needs as things come up, especially now with emails. When we first went, there were no emails even, but with emails today, overnight, they can have our needs in front of them and they can pray for us.
And I found that was one of the hardest things that I went through was trying to face a new culture and not really having that kind of support at home. And I came to the point of realizing that I really needed to have it. So I think it's extremely invaluable because you do go through struggles with learning about new cultures, trying to understand that it's different from your own, and wanting to try to find a way to reach them, but at the same time, you have your own culture too, so it's really important to have that connection back to home, which so often missionaries don't have. So yeah, it's really important.
One of the reasons is because people are not informed about the real need of a missionary. Most of the people, they will write the check and send it to you and pray for you, encourage you, but the relationship, they think that is not important. But this is the most important thing. So one church in Austin, what they did, they built a team around each one of us as missionaries. They call a team. So in that team, you have a group of people, they become your family. And those people in my A team, they are closer to me than my physical brother or my biological brothers and sisters.
Having other people pray for you really makes a difference. I guess I saw that at the times when I would go through sickness or something like that, and just little miracles that happened on the mission field because people were praying for me, and I knew that they were. And it helps you get through everything because you know that people are praying for you. I don't know why it makes such a big difference, but it does. It's like you're not alone. There are people there with you.
One of the things that we as a family have been incredibly grateful for is the prayer support, not only for our ministry and us individually, but also for our family. And while many families tend to have kids that maybe aren't walking with God even, we credit in a huge way the fact that people have been praying for our boys throughout the years.
There have been days where I really considered throwing in the towel, and then getting that love and support was like, nope. The Lord is my strength, and He is giving strength through my friends and family, and I can go through and do it again, do another day. And that has been truly phenomenally helpful.
My husband's father died of a massive heart attack, completely unexpected, at 61 years old. And the church just surrounded us, and it was a small church at that point, and they just surrounded us with love. They were able to come forth and help us to get us back to Oklahoma to be able to minister and take care of his family. Whereas they could have walked away, but they didn't. But our mission, the small church helped us, and our faithful friends that have been supporting us for years from the States bought the tickets, made sure that we were there, and made sure we got home and that we were ministered to while we were taking care of family.
At the same time, it is very much appreciated when you decide that your missionary is a priority. Your missionary is someone that you want to keep in sight and in mind and in prayer. And I think that's I would encourage you, if you want to be with your missionary, if that you want to make your missionary a priority, just connect with them any way that they have available.
When they are commissioning a missionary, they should not commission just the missionary. They should commission those who have committed to be their partnership team. But in verse 5, he says, I rejoice greatly because you have been partners with me in the gospel from the very first day, even until now.
So being intentional, loving your missionary as they're trying to love people in another culture into Jesus is just vital. Try not to forget them. It's a lonely road we trod. And it's really neat when the church comes along and wraps his arms around you and says, we're going to love you and keep you in Jesus. And we're going to minister to the minister. Because there are very few people who minister to the ministers and minister to the missionaries. It's of vital importance.
I think that churches that begin to make missionaries a part of their weekly program do a whole lot better than this, because what they're doing is connecting their church with the mission, with the missionaries, and helping their church understand what a difference they're making out in the world.
When a person gives beyond themselves, maybe even in an area where they don't see fruit themselves right away, there is a sense of purpose and a sense of mission involved. And so when people give, and give beyond just writing a check, I think that it does incredible things within their life. They gain a bigger sense of the world, a bigger sense of how God works in different parts of the world. And so it not only blesses missionaries, it blesses them as well. And I wish more people would do it.